Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday Live at 5. We are here at Old Town Quilt Shop in Orchid, California. While we wait for some people to come on, and we'll show you the website where you can find us 24/7 and our email address in case you need to shoot us a quick email, our phone number in case you need to call us. Or if you're lucky enough to be here on the sunny, not so sunny right now, Central Coast, here is our address on Clark Avenue in Orchid, and our current hours, Monday 3 to 7, Tuesday through Friday 10 to 5, and Saturday 10 to 4. So you may notice we're kind of doing this selfie style, and that is because our battery on our microphone was going to die mid-stream. So we are just going to kind of do this selfie style so that you can hear me. If I were to stand way away and my mom was videoing us, then you wouldn't be able to hear me. So in order for you to hear me, I want to just kind of do it this way. But please know that nothing is wrong. We're just doing it this way because the battery in the microphone pack was blinking at us and we didn't want it to die while we were in the middle of doing this and you not be able to hear us. But we have a lot to show you. Lots of fabric. We have a new class coming up. We have a shop sample to show you. So lots of stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me flip the camera around here. Okay, so we have elements. So this isn't technically new fabric, but what this is reorder fabric, but we haven't had some of it in a long time. So there are 4 different pattern designs to everything. So we have kind of an all over, a bunch of different designs, stitches and like waves and dots. We have it in a gray, a purple, kind of a charcoal, a brown light rust color, and then a really pretty blue. And then we have these wavy ones with a nice sage green, and these are a little bit deeper in color than they're actually showing on camera. So this is a sage green. We have plum, kind of like it's a much more gray blue than what it's showing on camera. It's kind of like a union blue or a country blue. A pink, which is kind of like a peachy pink, and then black, but it's like a tone on tone, so it's kind of more charcoal. So that's those 2 designs. Then we have the ones that are like wavy, stitchy, almost like a paisley. This would be fun to machine quilt. So we have an orange, and we have, I think they call it fuchsia. We have a brown or a dark rust. We have a kind of a peachy color and a lavender. And remember, these are a little bit different in person than they are on camera. This is much more purple, not as blue. And then we have buttery yellow. And then we have, I don't know what these are called. I think they look like volleyballs. Everyone laughs at me and says that that's not what they look like. Maybe basket weave? I don't know. But we have purple, black, which again is kind of like a charcoal. And we have a white with taupe. And then we have a nice steel gray. So these are all called elements. So if you type elements into our website, these are all going to come up. And again, we have had them before, but we haven't had them in quite some time. So these are just returning favorites. And we really like the texture of these and the colors. They're just really nice. And they go with a lot of different things. So fun fabrics called elements. Okay. Then we also have space dye. Now what's fun about these is that these are actually woven fabrics, but they have a really nice feel. So woven means that they are the same on both sides. They're still cotton, so you can still use them in your quilts. But what we want to use these for is scarves or a nice flowy top, because they just have a nice hand to them. They have a nice feel and a nice drape. So we have this kind of purpley like lavender with a little bit of blue in it. And then we have, it is way more orange on camera than it actually is, but it's an orange and pink kind of together. And then we have a blue-green together. So again, these are called space dye and they are wovens. However, you can still use them in your quilts, but we really we're going to make some scarves out of these because they just have, you know, a nice feel. They're not going to be super hot. They'll be nice and thin, but drapey. So again, scarves, tops, bags even. You could do some bags with these fun fabrics. Okay, now Christmas. It's that time of year and we way over ordered on Christmas. And we still have more coming, but this is what we've gotten in this week. So this is called Holidays at Home, and these are from Moda. So we have the pine cones. So these actually, none of these really read Christmas. They could just be winter. So if you wanted to do more of a winter type quilt or a wilderness or something like that, these would be great for that, or a landscape quilt. So you have your pine cones. We have your tone-on-tone snowflakes. And then we have the pine trees, which if you turn your head, they're going the right way. So yes, this is directional fabric. And then you have the little, I guess they're holly berry leaves. So you've got two different colors of green on there. You've got the darker green and then the lighter green. And they're kind of on that kind of creamy Moda background color. So these are called Holidays at Home from Moda Fabrics. Okay, and then going towards the more traditional fabrics, we have Holiday Flourish from Robert Kaufman, and we usually get these. These are pretty standard fabrics. They kind of do these or very similar take on these every year. This is Holiday Flourish Snowflower is the name of it. So the first one is your very traditional poinsettia. Let me open this up so you can see. And these all have gold metallic accents. So you can see the really pretty poinsettia there in the middle, and all of this here is the gold metallic. And it's on kind of a light beigey background, so it really accents that gold in there. And then you've got the kind of lighter green flowers there. And then to go with it, we have the holly berries, we have the green with the gold scrolls, red with the gold scrolls, and then this shocking white with silver. But there's a reason for that. We do have other silver stuff. But all of this is your kind of more traditional type fabrics. And again, this one is Holiday Flourish Snowflower from Robert Kaufman. Also kind of on the more traditional side, but the fun side is Holiday Charms, also by Robert Kaufman. Now we have had the ornaments before. So we're just bringing them back. They seem to be super popular because they're a small print. But again, they have that gold accent on them and they're kind of on a creamy background. And then we have this fun red with the dots all over. That kind of looks like falling snow, but they also have the gold accent and they have kind of like pink and white dots. And then we have stockings with, again, a gold accent kind of coming around. And these are a small enough print. You could use them for actual stockings, or you can cut them up into 5-inch squares and do, you know, some kind of like patchwork with your Christmas fabrics. It would be a lot of fun. Or strips. And you won't be, you know, cutting anyone's heads off or anything like that. So those are Holiday Charms. And again, these are the, you know, more traditional type fabrics. Then we also have for Christmas these 5-inch squares from Moda called Blizzard. And these are adorable. Look at how cute these guys are. And we do have, those are adorable. We do have 4 bolts coming in. They'll probably be here next week. So we'll see them for next week's show. Awesome. And I'm pretty sure that that's one of the ones we got. We probably got a dot. And we might have even got houses. Who knows? Words. All kinds of fun things in there. So again, this is Blizzard. These are 5-inch squares and there's 42 squares in the package. Okay, also for Christmas, we have a pattern called Home for Christmas by A Quilting Life. And so this is actually a small wall hanging. It ends up being 27 by 29. So those pieces are really small. It uses fat 8s, or you could use scraps if you've got a bunch of scraps hanging around. And it really doesn't even need to be Christmas. This can be anything. Take off the trees and it's just, you know, houses and flying geese and stars. So you could make it in all kinds of different fabrics. And so again, this is Home for Christmas and is a wall hanging pattern that uses fat 8s. Then for our Jewish friends who don't celebrate Christmas but celebrate Hanukkah instead, we have Stars of Light with all the traditional Hanukkah there's a word and it's escaping me. Icons, I guess. You've got the menorah, you've got a dove, you got the Star of David, the dreidel. So these also have silver metallic accents on them, so hence the silver scrolls that we had. We also have some other blue and silver pieces that will go with this, so if you wanted to do, you know, a blue and white for Hanukkah, you know, we definitely have options for that. Okay, so that's the majority of the fabric. We did get another, we have 2 bolts of fabric here, but we did not cut fat quarters of them, and I will show you why. So we have this one, it's called Summer Breeze, and this is by In the Beginning, by Jason Yenter. So we have this beautiful one with all these gorgeous colors and all these flowers, great for a stack and whack, but even better is the border print for the stack and whack. So this has a nice deep blue, and then it has all those flowers that were on the other fabric, but kind of enlarged, so going all across. And the reason we got that is for this pattern here, called Summer Breeze Kaleidoscope Quilt, and all it uses is the border print, and then just a little bit for these white squares here. The whole thing is border print, so you use the border print to cut these. This is a stack and wax, so all of these are the border print, and this is a border print too, with mitered borders. Oh my goodness, you say, I don't know how to do stack and whack, and I don't know how to do mitered borders. Guess what? We're gonna have a class. So here is our shop sample. It did not take very long to make this, so I know that you guys can do this. So this is called Kaleidoscope. This class is going to be on Saturday, August 19th, and we will go through how to do the stack and whack, and we will cut them and we will sew them together, and then I will show you guys how to do those mitered borders. It is not difficult. It just takes a little bit of, you know, smidging in here and there, but it really is, you know, a simple thing to do. So let's just get a close up on those little pieces there. My assistant's arms are probably going to fall off. Okay, you can put it down. So as you can see, it is just the top at this point. We don't have the full quilt quilted, but we wanted to get it done before this show. So Summer Breeze Kaleidoscope Quilt. Here's the pattern. All you need is 8 yards of the border print, and that includes everything for the inner stack and whack and to do the mitered borders. This little guy is not required in there, but you could do a stack and whack out of this if you prefer. It's just going to have a different look, but we really, really like this. Or you can use it on the back of your quilt if you like. But fabulous, fabulous pattern. So that again is called Kaleidoscope, August 19th from 10 to 4, and you just need the pattern and your border print. There's not going to be a whole lot of homework before this class either, so that's kind of the good part. Okay, so that is everything that we have for you guys today. And if you are just joining us or joined us late, the reason that this is selfie style, as we like to call it, is because the battery pack for the microphone was blinking that it was going to die. So we didn't want it to die while we were on with you. We wanted to make sure you were able to hear. So that's why this is the way that it is, but everything is fine. There's nothing's wrong with anyone. It's just because of the battery. We'll have it back to normal next week. Speaking of next week, so next week is the return of the farmer's market here in Old Orchid, and that's going to be on Wednesday the 21st. So we may do a live from the farmer's market. If you are here in town next Wednesday, please come and join us at the market. It is a lot of fun. You know, they bring in a lot of local vendors. You know, it's all people who make things here on the Central Coast. They don't bring anyone from, you know, anywhere else, Oregon or anywhere. It's all locally grown produce and locally made products, lots of handmade stuff. So it's just a really good place to come to, you know, have a lot of fun. And there's food trucks and there's music. There's a place for the kiddos. So the time is 4:30 to 7:30, and it is just across the street from the shop, right next to Naughty Oak. There's a little street there, and and that's where they do the farmers market. So it's a lot of fun. So if you're in town, or if you can make it into town that day, that would be great. You should come on by and see it. Okay, other than that, I guess we will see you next week. Have a great evening.